Are you sick and tired of the constant pressure you are feeling from social media, painting these false pictures of perfectionism, making you feel not good enough, equipped enough, and less than? Our houses aren't big enough, our bodies aren't small enough, and our cars? Embarrassing. So today I'm going to be de-influencing you. De-influencing is a movement that encourages critical thinking about consumption and pushes back against excessive product promotion and consumption. And by the end of today's video, you will learn why not all of us mothers have the latest, greatest, newest, and trendingest products. And then I will show you what I do and use instead, and how I'm still able to lead a lifestyle that's realistic with a beautiful home. So I thought we'd start in the kitchen here. This fridge has been replaced since we bought the house. Before we got this fridge, we had the original builder grade fridge. This fridge, to replace it, cost upward of $800 and then like $1,200 if I wanted a better one. I was not willing to spend that. We found this little bad boy on Marketplace and it cost us $300. It's a 2012. It works perfectly. And my thought process was, I don't need an extravagant fridge. What does a fridge do? It keeps your stuff cold. That is good enough for me. That's all I need it to do. Ice maker even still works, thanks to my husband for fixing it 150 times. This is the original microwave that came with the house. It still works. It does have chip over here, but you know what? It's okay. It does the job. I also want to point out my sink. This is the original, again, builder grade. I don't find any reason to get those awesome farmhouse sinks or just one large one. I like the two separated sinks and I just don't want to spend the money. Also, this was replaced, but again, it was like a notch up from builder grade. It's a little bit higher than our last one. The last one came down low and it was a little harder to do dishes. So this is the only thing we've really upgraded. Let's talk about these countertops. They are the original builder grade. They work just fine. I'm not sure why we have to feel super duper pressured to get the latest quartz countertops, or even when the granite was a thing. I never understood that, but I do understand feeling left out if your best friend has it or everyone online is talking about the upgrades. My thought process on this is, if it works, why replace it? Now, the things we did choose to upgrade in our kitchen were the cabinets, and we painted them ourselves, and I bought these little knobs from Amazon, which I do need to do some touch-up work on this, but it was extremely inexpensive. And I just always thought, if you had nice upgraded items in your kitchen, you must have spent thousands of dollars to have a professional come in. But not everyone on the internet has had that. And a lot of people over time, it's taking years to save up and years to have the bandwidth to be able to do these things in their homes. Hey there, I'm Bethany, and here on YouTube, I love to inspire mothers to live intentionally and simply while I show you how to simplify your life and home. So that way you can reclaim your time, peace, and joy. Okay, here is my bathroom. Original. I did change the knobs, does help. And I changed this to give it a little good look. And those up there. I think that's it. Because this is the original color, doesn't even match. And then we have the original glass shower. Very old, y'all. 2004 this house was built, which is crazy because I was 17. So I got creative. I wanted this to look prettier in here, so I put these shower curtains up. I love a cozy feel in my bathroom when I'm showering. It helps me just get away from the world. And then we have this jacuzzi tub, which originally leaked because of those things. So I popped those in there. But you know what happened? It still leaks from there, floods the basement. So I didn't want to do anything about that. So now it just sits here and looks. Okay, I am going to get in this bathtub because I never do and have our little bathtub talk in here. Super weird, I know. So let's talk about why we feel pressured and why we feel less than when we are either on social media or looking at magazines or maybe friends or family, going to their houses, whatever it is that makes you feel that way. I want you to ask yourself these questions. What makes you feel that way, right? So did somebody that you know, maybe a family member or a friend, tell you about a product that you didn't know you needed, that you feel convinced you needed after they told you how it radically changed their life, or that it made their home so much beautiful and it's going to add so much more value to their home, which I am sure some things add some more value to a home, but I cannot imagine it adding like 100 grand more to your home. Now, how do we avoid falling into the pitfall when they tell us this stuff? So the first question to ask yourself is, do I want it? Sometimes we don't even want something, you guys. I have fallen into this pit before. I think I want it because someone told me I want it, or they told me I needed it. So seriously, ask yourself, do I actually want this? Next question is, do I need it? And to dig a little deeper, ask yourself even more questions like, what value will this bring to me personally and my family? Also want to be very aware of who you're taking advice from. This is a life personal experience here I'm going to share with you, and where self-reflection really comes into play. So figure out who you're following either on social media or who is just giving you advice or who you're asking for advice. So at one point early on my minimalism journey, I used to watch two different YouTubers. One taught me minimalism and how to save money, which is what I was doing. I was decluttering and I was saving money, paying off debt. And the other one, I can't believe this is so funny. The other one taught DIY projects, house decorating, and like good deals you can find at Dollar Tree. So as I'm like on my minimalism journey, I'm also like spending money and bringing like stuff and doing DIY projects in my house. And I could not figure out why I wasn't making progress. And then one day it dawned on me and I was like, what am I doing? Why am I following two contradicting people? And they both serve a purpose and they're great. It just wasn't serving me in that time of my life. So you also want to watch out about what season of life you're in when you're watching and following people and who you're getting advice from. Okay, quickly going to show you my room again. I know you guys have seen it. This was bought. Those things were bought. Given to us. Got that secondhand. Okay, next, moving on to my laundry room. I wouldn't actually even call it a laundry room. It is a walkway. Okay, let me show you. Garage. Yep, it's where we come in. So a lot of times when I'm standing here doing laundry, I get hit. So I have to lock the door. I also store my purse in here, so it's a little storage room for the system. Okay, so what I really wanted to talk about in here is so many times you can get on Pinterest and social media, follow accounts. They have these enormous, gorgeous, beautiful, absolutely stunning laundry rooms. And I just don't really see the need for that. I mean, I think if you maybe have a lot of kids or if that's just your jam, no offense whatsoever. But for me, and maybe for you, if you don't have a laundry room, maybe if it sits in just a hallway or a closet, which is what I've always had before this home, and it worked great. This is perfect for our systems. We never have laundry in here, except for I do have two baskets up here, which I keep our rags and towels from cleaning and kitchen items. And that is it. Everything else stays in our own rooms or closets, and we wash daily. So if you don't have that picture perfect laundry room, do not feel bad. Just think of me. We could be like little no laundry room buddies. Okay, so let's talk about the living room. It looks beautiful, right? It's my favorite room in the house, but it didn't always look like this. In fact, it used to be like a mustardy color. And when my children were younger, we had old used couch, which we now have upstairs. So when you see people's living rooms or homes online, I just want to encourage you not to assume they've always had stuff like that. For me, I slowly have been working on this home since 2018, and I started with painting, and it has been like a 5 to 7 year project, just slowly, little by little, changing things here and there, as money permits, as energy permits. We've done it all of ourselves. And there's a lot of bargain shopping, a lot of sacrifices made to make things work. Okay, let's talk about our furniture. This couch right here, this sectional, we got at Costco back in 2019 is when we started changing things in our living room. Cost us $750, brand new. So it's 6 years old now. Works amazing. I have no intentions of getting a new one until this one is completely worn out. Even sometimes when I want like a cool retro green one or something, I think, oh, it'll be so cool to have some color in here. I just have to remind myself it's not a need, it's a want. So I had no idea people spent an upward of like $3,000 on their couches. Did you know that? Let me know. Also, all of the furniture in here, other than the couch and these 2 chairs from Costco, those were $250. I think we spent a total of $1,200 on 2 chairs and a couch. But the other furniture that you will see in here that looks really pretty and nice, it is all redone. My husband actually got it from his parents and had it for years before I met him. And then we brought it into the marriage and we had it, and it was actually ugly for a very long time. I didn't start redoing it until my youngest were 10 years old because I wanted them to feel like they can kind of just play in the home and kind of mess it up and it not be a big deal. I really wouldn't suggest anyone investing in anything too nice until their kids are a little older anyway. Really can save you a lot of stress in the long run. The next thing I want to show you really quickly is we used to have a TV here and we just watch our TV as a family in this room. But it was our first TV that actually broke and we only had less than 3 years and the warranty was, well, my fault. The warranty was disregarded because I painted the outside, the trim to make it pretty. Anyway, instead of replacing it, I decided since we're on a low buy year, we would just shop the house. And I found this picture, which I love, down in the basement in another room and put it back up here because we have 2 other TVs elsewhere in the house and we're just going to go into those rooms to watch our family videos. And is it really necessary to have more than 1 TV anyway? Now, I would love to know how you will feel about de-influencing and the influences of the internet. Let me know what things trigger you into feeling less than or you're saying no to stop that.